start streaming there as well.
Okay. Jesus
Make sure that
Christ,
we're
it's
muted for now.
We are not muted. I don't know how to do that.
You hit the buttons on the stream deck. On
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Well, I was talking. Okay. Oh, okay. You should be unmuted now, Anthony.
Oh, hello. Can everyone hear me? Anna Hernandez, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Cool. So now both of us can talk during the countdown when we're not in the same place.
I want to change the lights in the studio. I'm not feeling it today.
Did you even have the lights on?
What? The background lights?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But it's not going.
Scotty, if you're in Nashville, it sounds like you went south, not west. Sounds like you're going the wrong way to Seattle.
20 seconds.
Rebecca in Jacksonville, good morning.
10, 9, 8.
I love that you're making a trip out of it, Scotty. That's awesome.
5.
I was just messing with you.
3, 2, 1.
And my
What?
camera's frozen. Oh, it turned off completely.
Oh boy, we'll go to the other screen real quick. Okay, so
Okay.
while Carla, are you fixing it?
I'm going to try.
So if you just open OBS or the ObsBot app, Carla Marie,
Yep.
you should be able to turn your camera on and off that way.
All right, you do the show.
Carla Marie is holding down Central Command right now in
I'm
Seattle.
gonna burn down
it's not
Central
easy.
Command.
It's not easy. There's a lot of things you got to do, and there's a lot of things that I've been able to add over the years of doing OBS or streaming from OBS and doing this stream. That they're probably easy to me, but that's because I installed them and learned with them, and Carla Marie is doing all of it day one today. So stuff that I've been able to do for like 3 years now, and add to it slowly. Carla Marie has to do all in one day. New cameras, new backgrounds, new apps, all that stuff.
It's on, but it's not on, if that makes sense.
It doesn't, but what you can do is you go to your video source, Carla Marie, the one that says, it should say door, I believe.
Yep.
Double click that.
Yep.
And there should be a button to disable it.
Deactivate.
Or deactivate. There you go. Now activate it.
Am I there?
You're here.
Oh, God.
But you've moved over from where you were last time.
Today is major job security for Anthony.
Listen, we'll get it to work. We're in no rush. And you can just move your camera with the Stream Deck.
Oh.
That's like my favorite part of the Stream Deck, actually.
Oh, I got to click you.
No, other way. Keep it going.
Well,
a little more.
I like this.
A little more.
You look great.
Leave the you look great thing alone, Carla Marie. Just put yourself in the center of the camera. God damn it. All right. There we go.
I am going to burn everything down. I really needed today to be a good day, and it's just been absolute crapshoot today.
Well, I will say, and I feel like I'm a teacher that has to give a student like a terrible grade today. If you just paid attention during the lessons, Carla Marie.
I did, but I forgot them because that was over a week ago. You think I'm going to remember?
Did you take detailed notes and read them over in your spare time?
But I don't know where they went.
Okay, well, that doesn't really help. Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday, February 20th. Carla Marie, why don't you tell everyone what we got going on today?
Okay, don't gift subs because we are doing something next month where we're going to add some ads to our stream. So don't gift subs, but if you have a Prime sub, go for it. Do that.
Yeah, and if you want to sub yourself and you want to keep your streak going, by all means, do that as well. We're going to try to see with our partner status with Twitch and with their ad incentive program, if it makes sense for us financially to do that once a show or twice a show. It gives us a break, right? So if Carla Marie needs to blow her nose or go pee or play with Pierre or whatever she needs to do, she can do that for like 2-3 minutes. They should not be terribly long ad breaks. I think we can control that. And we're going to see if that works out for us financially. And we can ask less of the community and take money from Amazon and Bezos. I just realized I had a dream about Bezos last night, and he was a very nice man. And I woke up very mad.
That he was nice? You woke up mad about?
Yeah. Because, like, he was nice. We were walking home together for some reason, like, not to the same home. And he was nice, but he, like, didn't offer me a job or money, so I was really mad.
Do you think that he put that dream in your head?
Probably.
Yeah, he probably
I was on my phone before I went to sleep, and he has access to everything on my phone.
He probably beamed it into your head.
Probably. He probably used like the NFC communication built into my phone, and then like hacked it from Amazon.com, which I don't have any Amazon. Oh, I do have Amazon apps on my phone.
Which yes, you do.
I have the Kindle and Audible. That son of a bitch.
Well, we have a hype train incoming or something, and now it's gone. So I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
Sweet commentary, Carla Marie.
You have Aqua Auntie on the list. I've added communal eating, and Anthony's added adult sleepover, and also Seattle's Carnival of Cocktails is happening next month. It is March 9th, and we have a special deal. Hold on, let me get the link. If you, all the info is in this blog post that I put together, which is the best way to do this. But if you sign up with all this information, you get a free membership to Seattle Cocktail Club for a whole year. And with that, you get discount tickets to Carnival of Cocktails. It is in Seattle. So if you don't live here, book a flight because it's a good time.
All right.
Hold on.
Good.
I'm just going to put the link. But you can talk.
Oh, cool. Well, I will start before we get to the list. I will start with a video that I posted to my Instagram story yesterday. I went to the gym with my cousins, two of my lahmehead cousins, which means meathead in Arabic. And it was me, my cousin George, and my cousin Julian. And Julian, I had talked to him a couple of weeks ago when I first posted on my Instagram reel that I'm trying to get to 405 pounds on the deadlift. I want to deadlift 405 pounds, which ends up being 4 plates on each side. So 8 plates total. And I was at, what did he do? We were using like Olympic lifting plates.
They look so cool. All the Instagram girlies use them, like the color weights.
Yeah, but they're all in kilograms, which made it very hard for me to do math. I can't add and convert at the same time.
Neither can the vet. Every time I ask them, what are they in pounds? They have to get out the calculator. They're like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, one of the things, so I'll show you on my home screen, I have all of the apps that I use for working out all like right there. So they're easy to get. I have a percent calculator and a regular calculator that are on my home screen because when you're working out and there's like, I don't know, all the blood is not in your brain, it's in your muscles. It's hard to do math for me. I also don't like wasting time. But we had these Olympic lifting plates. So they're all in kilograms. And I think I was at around 350 pounds. And I was able to do that a couple times. And my cousin figured that since I was able to do 350 pounds 5 times or whatever it was,
right,
I should have been able to do 405 once.
That's crazy.
And I agreed with him, except for I failed miserably, like terribly.
It was fun to watch. I love seeing you fail because it never happens.
I don't even think I got it off the ground. But he was filming me because I was like, if I get 405 pounds, I want to be able to have that moment. And I got home and I saw that I still had the video. I was like, you know what? I'm going to post the failure. Yeah. Why not? And I didn't think anything of it. And then I got a message. I can't remember her name on Instagram. Let me see if I can find it very quickly. Rhoda, I think is her name. But she said, I love that you showed this. And then she wrote, only real men will show when it's too heavy. I have no doubt you'll get there. I don't know if only real men show if it's too heavy or not. But the idea that people would be embarrassed to show off that failure.
Oh my God, they're the best.
Why not? I mean, you were trying, even if it wasn't 400 pounds. Right, Carly, what's a weight that you want to get to?
200.
So if you tried 200 pounds the first time.
I don't want to weigh that. if I do, that means I better be like jacked.
So let's say you tried to lift that 200 pounds in the deadlift and you failed.
Yeah.
I don't even really consider that a failure. You got to the point where you thought you could even attempt 200 pounds. Where you weren't even deadlifting 3 months ago.
No,
so like we shouldn't really consider those things failures. And sometimes you need to fail in order to then succeed.
To be fair, I've been deadlifting for a year, just not regularly.
Okay, but how long have you been doing it regularly?
6 months.
Okay. And what did you start at?
100 pounds.
So if you can double that in 6 months, that's awesome. Even if you tried to fail.
Oh.
Or if tried and failed, I should say.
Well, I hit a PR yesterday, deadlifting.
What was that?
And that's probably why you were like, I need to do this also. Because I inspired you.
To fail?
Yeah.
But did you make it or did you fail?
I did. I did 150 pounds.
Nice.
And you're trying to
Did you do it once?
400. No, 5 times.
That's awesome.
5 times.
Wait, what? 8 times, 5 times?
5 times.
Okay. All right.
So
let's see. Jolly Russian Buddhist said, failure is based on the goal. If your goal is to make the attempt, then you succeeded. I mean, my goal was to accomplish it.
You're almost there.
So I did fail. I absolutely failed. but I'm not. It's fine. And I think deadlift is if you're not familiar with the deadlift, it's when the weight is on the ground, you're kind of standing above it with your hands on the bar, and you're trying to stand up straight with the weight with the bar in your hand. It's actually the easiest thing to fail with because obviously you can hurt yourself doing that exercise, but you know pretty quickly if you're going to lift it or not. And you don't need anyone to like lift it off of you, right? If you're squatting and you fail, gets a little sketchy. If you're bench pressing and you fail, gets a little sketchy. Someone's got to lift that thing off of your chest generally. But deadlifting, you're either just going to not pick it up or you're going to hurt yourself. So
Yeah.
great options.
Good.
Let's get into your communal eating, Carla Marie.
Okay, so I got brunch at Watson's Counter this weekend with my friend Olivia, and she was telling me about this new restaurant that she went to in Seattle, and it was not an enjoyable experience because it's so small and you have 2-hour windows of you have to eat or whatever it is. It may be less than 2 hours, but you have a window and they'll come up to you and be like, sorry, you got to leave. But it's truly like you have to physically like move your table to get out of your seat because it's so close. And the people next to you 100% can hear your whole conversation. Like she said, your tables are this far apart.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's not even the weirdest. There's a bar, and the restaurant encourages everyone who comes in before or after they're eating to go sit at the bar and have conversations with strangers and order and share food.
Do people actually do it though?
I don't know, but I'm like, I'm good. I guess if you just moved here and you went out by yourself and this was the place to do that, but that's not what it is. It's meet strangers with your friends.
See, I think in theory I like that idea. I'd have to see how it is in practice, but in theory I actually do like that idea. I do not like the idea of sitting at a table and having someone directly next to you or needing to move your entire table
and put your butt on
go
their
to the bathroom
table.
or get up or whatever.
You're either putting your butt on their table or you're looking them right in the eye as you.
Yeah, I don't need all of that. But I think the idea of being like a bar that is trying to encourage you to talk to other people, I think is great. Because I don't think we do that enough. I think people, and I don't mean to sound like an old person, be like, oh, kids these days. I feel like people less and less are going to bars in order to meet people. Now, there are people going to bars in order to like find the love of their life, but I feel like now it's all or nothing, right? It's either you've got to give me everything I want in life or don't even talk to me. I feel like that's kind of the space that we're in when people go out these days. And I feel like that's a sad state of affairs. So if there's a bar that makes me say, hey, stranger, how do you feel about chicken fingers as a shared appetizer? That's kind of fun.
But then it's like, well, how many chicken fingers am I eating out of these chicken fingers and who's paying for it?
Both of you. I'm assuming. Do you have any of that information? I mean, not obviously when you're talking about how many you eat, that's between you and the person. But how do they do the bill? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't get that. I didn't ask. I was like, well, I'm not going there.
I think this is something we should try out, Carla Marie.
No.
Why not?
She literally said, don't go, because I was saving it in my phone as, you know, how I save everything in Google Maps as like a want to go or favorite restaurant or whatever. And Olivia was like, no, don't go.
I think you need to go.
Okay. Brett is in the chat and he really wants to go. He said, you guys can go together.
Done. Oh man, that place wouldn't be able to handle me and Brett. We're both too talkative. No one would ever leave the bar. They'd sit next to us and we wouldn't let them leave.
Or they would immediately leave the bar and say, I'm leaving.
But they wouldn't have a chance because we'd be talking the whole time. We'd be chatting them up.
He said the amount of golden retriever energy.
Exactly.
I think Brett has golden retriever energy, but I don't know that you do, Anthony.
I definitely don't look as cuddly as a golden retriever. I look like a Rottweiler with probably a semi golden retriever personality. Like people don't look at me and think I can't wait to hang out with that guy. He looks so pleasant.
But you're not
that
really
never
high
happens.
energy anymore. I don't know where you're not like bubbly.
I'm definitely not a bubbly person.
You're not bubbly.
I'm not bubbly, no.
Yeah.
I don't radiate joy when people look at me. Also, the other thing I want to talk about. So speaking of this, is so I was at a bachelor party this weekend. It's the reason that I'm in New Jersey. And the reason I'm still in New Jersey is because
Are we skipping
yesterday.
ahead?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's right there. Adult sleepover. Yes or no?
Yes, I'll move it.
Okay. So I was at my friend Robbie's bachelor party, and all we did was we went to a like a house, an Airbnb in the Catskill Mountains, which is just north of New York City, if you're not familiar. And there were, I don't know, 8 or 9 of us. It wasn't huge. 8 or 9 of us in this house. It was a beautiful house on like a brand new place on the lake. And all we did was stay in the house. We didn't go to a club, no strip clubs, no bars. On Saturday morning, Robbie and I went to the ski resort that was nearby, Hunter Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed there for a couple hours. Other than that, everyone stayed at the house.
Where did
And
you guys?
it was awesome.
Where did you eat food?
At the house, they brought trays of food and like the sterno things.
What? So
Yeah.
adult.
It was so adult. It was so adult. And granted, Robbie's got 2 older brothers, so that helped a lot. They're both in their 40s.
Oh.
And Robbie and his family are all like very responsible, and they're a little obsessive over details. Like they like making sure everything is perfect, which is rare for a whole group of guys in one family.
Yes.
But they had everything covered. Every single thing. We had all the alcohol, we had all the food. The food was great. One of the guys who was there, who I forgot, was friends with Robbie. His family owns a really successful Arabic bakery and like convenient or grocery store here in Paterson, New Jersey. So they brought some Habibi food up there, which was great.
Damn.
We had chicken kebab, we had hummus, we had baba ganoush, we had penne and vodka from the Italian place, chicken francaise, eggplant parm.
And you didn't have to cook either, which is great.
Didn't cook a damn thing. And it was really like the best part about this was it really was an adult sleepover. Just like we would have had sleepovers when we were kids, where all we did was like play video games, watch and talk about sports.
And
We had a
girls?
bonfire. We didn't really talk about girls. I think everyone there was, I believe, in a relationship and like was fine not talking about girls. So
There was no drama.
no, and then a couple of the guys, I'd say more than half of them, had young children, like 4 months to 3 years, and all of them kept talking about how they were so happy they got to just relax
I
and play
bet.
video games and watch a game uninterrupted, because we watched all of the NBA All-Star activities.
Mhm.
And then obviously there was a little drinking and smoking. Well, drinking for me, smoking for everyone else. But that was it. It was just an adult sleepover, and it was great.
I'm actually so jealous because I am about to embark on the complete opposite of what you just had of a weekend.
Yeah, because you're going like all out, right? Not leaving the country, but leaving the mainland.
Leaving the mainland, going to Puerto Rico. Really wish like I could speak anything other than English, so it'd be
Just
more
grab
of an authentic-
Duolingo, grab Google Translate, and practice some things. Like,
I mean, I know
how do
people
you
there
say?
speak English, but I want to be able to like,
Well, how do you say 1 beer, please?
uno cerveza.
I think it would be uno cerveza. I
But I
think.
don't want beer.
Okay.
Vodka, tequila.
I think you could just say
Tequila.
tequila if that's the case.
Okay, so Anthony went from having a slumber party to I'm going to be with 10 other women. All of my sister's the only one that's in her 30s. The rest are in their 20s and like 27. So not like 29. They're all 27.
Yeah.
There's boy drama that I already know of. Whose boyfriend, blah, 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 is mad that
Why-
there's going to be.
Why is there boy drama at the bachelorette party?
They're not coming, but we're going to a strip club. Whose boyfriend's mad that we're going to a strip club? And I'm like, so that person's supposed to stay home and sit in the Airbnb alone?
Guess what? It depends on their relationships and the agreements they have made in the past.
So
Here's the question. If that boyfriend was going to a strip club, would the girlfriend who is at this bachelorette party be okay with it?
that's what I asked.
Because I'm okay if a couple says neither of us are allowed to literally see a naked human again in our lives. As long as both of you sat down and made that agreement and both of you honor it, by all means, do it. And if both of you say, hey, you can go get boobies and wieners slapped in your face, by all means, go do it. As
so
long
which agreement to? Well, we don't have the first one, so
we probably have somewhere in between, right? Enjoy yourself responsibly, like the end of a beer ad. But as long as both people have made the agreement willfully, that's what you have to remember. Now, so that's what I would ask these women who think they have boyfriend drama or boy drama.
I mean, I said the same thing, but
yeah,
we're going to more of like I think it's a show. It's not like we have a table. It's very Magic Mikey, I believe.
Magic Miguel?
Magic Miguel. From what
Friend,
I understand.
someone quick, how do you say magic in Spanish?
How do you say magic?
Oh, there we go. Miguel Magico.
It could be magia, M-A-G-I-A, or truco, which is illusion considered magic.
Okay, Juan said magia.
Yeah, but magico is way more fun.
All right, continue. So you're gonna go to Magic Miguel.
I have had to be the one that's like, I'm gonna, well, not that I took this responsibility on my own of I'm gonna go to the grocery store when we get there. I'd much rather do that than the decoration process. So I'm taking my niece, who is the bachelorette, with me so they can decorate. And I don't trust anyone else buying my food. I think it's also that, or my snacks. Like, I need to have that. And then my sister, who is 32 years old, is like, well, quote, I'm going to buy duty-free alcohol at the airport so I don't have to wait for you going to the grocery store. And I said, this is America. There will not be duty-free for you, ma'am. We are flying to the same country. And she Googles it. She's like, well, the airport has duty-free. I was like, so does Newark. Are you going to get it when you come home?
Detroit Airport has a duty-free as well. It doesn't mean everyone can access it.
And she's like, well, I'm going to buy it anyway. I was like, you can wait an hour. You're going to be okay.
I'll tell you what, though. The thing that I've learned with bachelor parties, at least, is it's not the 27-year-old or 25-year-old crew you have to worry about. It's usually the younger parents.
Well, this will be, I guess.
Who maybe don't go to like clubs and bars anymore. Maybe their significant other doesn't want to do it. Maybe they live too far away. Maybe they move to the burbs. Those are the people that you really have to watch out for, because those are the people that are ready to like just let loose.
She's just like another, and I would say this to her face, so I'm not like talking shit. She's always, parent or not parent, she's just got to be on another level to prove something. And I don't know what it is. And it's like, we can all just stop screaming. You can stop yelling. You don't have to be the loudest. We're going to have fun. Honestly, she is going to be and she's my roommate.
Yeah. Martha said she kind of feels Ashley Marie here. She understands. And listen, however you want to party, go party.
She's like, I'm not decorating sober.
That's
well, I got to record a podcast when I get there. So
weird stance to take, but okay.
So that is, we land at 1 p.m. Got to go through customs, apparently. Then, kidding. We don't have to go through customs. There's no customs.
I don't know what is the process. I'm assuming when you go to Puerto Rico is the same as going to Miami or anywhere, right? Like,
well, I haven't flown into Puerto Rico since I was 16, but I've been there on cruises since then. And I've
never flown to a territory or a Commonwealth or anything. So I don't know. I'd assume they're the same because they're under the American.
Yeah, Lenny said it's the same process.
Okay.
So, get there. I have to get the rental car, which is in, I think, a different part than where they're going to be at the airport. So I can't wait to get off that plane and be like, peace out, bitches. I'm leaving. Because the group chat, one of them has never flown without a parent before. And she's like, I'm scared I'm going to get lost. I've never flown alone. I was like, there's 10 of other people. She's
not alone.
You're not alone. She's like, okay, this was last week. Do I pay for my bag now and just give it to them? I was like, what? You could pay for your bag when we get there. I was like, I got to get there early. I'm going to be waiting at a kiosk with a flag to be like, come here. And they're like, do I pay there? And I was like, no, The airports literally have no cash transactions unless you are buying food. You cannot pay for a single thing at the airport anymore with a credit card. You have to do it in advance.
You mean without a credit card?
No, you can't. Like, I can't pay for a bag. You can't pay
Oh, yeah.
anymore. Not even at the kiosk. You have to do it in the app. They don't. I've literally seen them say to people, step aside and pay in an app.
I haven't tried to do it in a long time, so I'm going to take your word for it.
So Scotty said, I need a sedative. Oh, she needs a sedative. They all need sedatives. My other niece is so scared to fly. Ashley's so scared to fly. And everyone's like scattered for the most part around the plane. I'm in front of two of my nieces, so I'm fine. But we have a 50-something row airplane.
So are they scared to fly because of like the somewhat recent news about flights, or they've always been scared to fly?
I think it's actually might be 60 rows, and it's the 3 row. It's huge.
Okay.
I'm in row 48.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Big ass plane. When I flew here to New Jersey, two things happened. First off, I'm like a little nasally, you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And it started literally Thursday morning when I was getting ready to fly. And that flight messed me up big time. Because when you're congested and you fly, the air pressure like wreaks havoc on your whole head. I couldn't hear out of my right ear for essentially 2 days.
Did it hurt?
Didn't it hurt? It felt really weird. You feel off balance, right? When you can't like hear when your ears are messed up. But it was a pretty turbulent flight for parts of it.
Oh God.
And the pilot warned us before we took off there were going to be some patches of turbulence. But it was turbulent enough where they had to like cut the service multiple times and get on the radio and say, flight attendants, take your jump seats multiple times.
I'm telling you right now, there will be panic attacks in our group.
But, and I don't love turbulence. It's not like yay, this is so fun. But I'm usually not scared that I'm actually going to die either on the plane. But this was also the first time that I flew since like the door flew off of the Alaska flight. The other flight blew up in Japan on the runway. And then the other one dropped out of the sky almost and still landed. So it was my first time after all of these stories in the new year. And it was probably the first time I was like, really hope this thing lands. I don't really trust these planes anymore.
There have been a few times where I have been like, maybe I should have a message ready to send to my family because things are getting a little dicey up here. But
yeah, the only time that there were probably 2 times in my life where I felt like that. One was on a flight with you when we were going to Milwaukee, I believe it was. And that plane was legit sideways at one point. That was the wildest thing I've ever been on. And then a flight that I took in college with my track team at Seton Hall. We were coming back from Nashville. And that thing legitimately felt like a roller coaster. I mean, we were, whoa, hands up and everything.
Cheese Dot, Brett, said years ago he was flying from Paris to Rome and there was a ton of turbulence and a priest started blessing everyone from his seat.
Oh,
that would be the trigger.
So glad he brought that up. Because when we landed in Newark, we took off late because they were like fixing one of the engines.
Okay, well that also should have been how you started the story.
Well, it was like something with a de-icing mechanism on the engine that they had to remove and reinstall. Like they had to put on a whole new one, which is great. Give me some new parts. I'm all for it. And I don't mind when they're doing checks. It actually makes me feel great when they find something wrong with a plane before you take off because they're fixing it, right? They're making sure that they check everything. That's what they should be doing. So that happens. We took off maybe 45 minutes to an hour too late. And we are in the sky. There's all the turbulence. We land. There isn't a spot for us. But once we land, the flight attendant comes on and says, hey, we have 13 people, I believe it was, that have connecting flights. Please do not get up until those 13 people get off of the plane because some of them have, just 20 minutes or less to get to their next flight, to get to their connection. And I've been on a couple flights where that happens and no one ever listens. The second that the bell goes off, everyone stands up.
Bell?
The ding, the little ding, seatbelts unlock.
Like, am I missing?
So
Ding.
She makes the announcement while we're on the runway, right? We still haven't pulled up to the gate. So everyone's still seated. And I'm pretty sure our pilot overran where he was supposed to stop to connect to the bridge because he like slammed on the brakes
Oh.
when we got there and it kind of skidded a little bit. And then all of a sudden he gets on the PA system and says, hey, sorry, we're going to be a little more delayed. We need to wait for them to pull us back. We're not lined up with the bridge. And in my head, I thought, yeah, I could have probably told you that the way you
You're
stopped.
sitting to waiting for a flight and the airplane just boops the window.
So now because of all of the delays, we're probably 30, 40 minutes past when the flight attendant originally told us these people had to be
So
on their
everyone
connecting
forgot.
flights. It's not even everyone forgot. There's no way they were going to make those connections.
Mm.
So, but most of the people in the back of the plane still had enough respect for the people trying to make their connections that no one got up. But in the front of the plane, everyone got up immediately. So all the people waiting for their connection flights are still trying to like move forward, but they're also not being aggressive enough where they're telling people. They're just being big dopes sitting back, waiting for people to get out of the way.
Yeah, there was only one time where I had to do that. I had to ask a whole baggage line if I could cut them because I was going to miss the time to check my bag. And they were like, you're fine, go.
But remember, I landed in New Jersey.
Mm.
Okay. That's
From
a very
Seattle,
important part of
though.
this. Yeah, but I landed in New Jersey. There were some Jersey people on that flight.
Like,
Because-
Jersey people that needed to get to their connections?
No,
Oh.
a guy who was probably like 10 rows in front of me because I was all the way in the back of the plane. Everyone is kind of talking amongst themselves like, oh, I can't believe no one's getting out of the way. I can't believe all those people stood up. And this one guy must have been in his mid 40s, maybe early 50s, gets up and goes, hey, assholes, sit down. Let them get out of the fucking plane. Have some goddamn class. And he is going off on everybody. And like some people are listening, some people aren't, some people are clapping for this guy. It was
Stop.
hilarious. And he went on.
Did he get put on the
Well, I
no-fly
mean, it
list?
felt like 30 minutes, but it was probably 4 minutes of just chastising
I
the
wish
people
you
in the
were
front
like,
of the plane.
I wish you yelled, welcome to New Jersey.
That's the first thing I thought. Well, this is New Jersey.
Oh, my God.
But the amount of times he kept saying, have some class.
Like, that when people say people from New Jersey are rude, that's what it is. It's not that they're just at their wits' end and they're not going to be passive-aggressive about
Yeah.
it. They're going to be aggressive about it.
The difference in New Jersey is people are not going to say, excuse me. They're going to say, hey, asshole. And that's the difference. Same messaging, right? Because a lot of times when you're saying, excuse me, you're like saying it with an attitude, right? It's like, excuse me, please move. They're just cutting out that part of it. And they want you to know exactly how they feel. And if you're in the way, I say this all the time. People in New York and New Jersey are some of the kindest people in the world until you are in their way.
Yep.
And they will let you know immediately.
But I get into this thing lately where I get frustrated. I'll be like, did you see that?
Yeah, it was a little flash.
But what? It said you look great.
What?
It was like the wall, but the wall's not in the camera shot.
I don't know.
Are we being hacked?
Maybe.
So I will do that if someone won't get out of my way or whatever, and it'll get to a point where I'll go, excuse me. And then I immediately feel bad for being mean.
Because what you really wanted to say was, hey, asshole.
No.
That's what you wanted to say.
I could see, like, I can't do that unless someone, if they're being aloof, I can't do that. But if they're being a dick, then
Yeah.
yes. But if it's just people like not paying attention, moseying around the airport, but I'll just shake a head often. Same thing I do at the gym when people leave their
You've been in
weights.
Seattle too long.
I pick up the weights and I'm like, so I'm.
I've
kind of
started. I'm a little more aggressive than that now. Still very passive. Where if I notice things aren't put away, especially because normally I don't see the person who didn't put the thing away at the gym, I will audibly say, "Fucking asshole did this," just so everyone else around me knows that I'm not happy and you need to put your stuff back. What you doing over there, Carla Marie?
My brother was just calling me.
Oh. I don't curse like at a specific person. I just kind of curse. I'm like old man yelling at the clouds, kind of deal.
Yeah.
But I just want people to know, like, you're bothering people. I have also been thanked randomly, normally in New Jersey, where people are a little more, people will voice their opinions more. I have been thanked for putting things away that clearly weren't mine.
At the gym?
Yeah. I've had a couple of people come up and be like, hey, I saw that you did that. Appreciate it. True story. Carla Marie, keep talking because I actually have to be the one that blows my nose today.
Oh, cool. Because I got to pee soon. Okay. Well, I don't know what Aqua Auntie's about, but I guess we're going to find out.
Also, mute my microphone.
Does anyone want to hear him? I muted it. I'll hear it still, I think. I don't know. But his microphone turned red, so he's muted. Maybe not. Has it been red this whole time, actually? How is Max? Great question, Claire. Thank you for giving me something to talk about. Max is okay. So her vet checkup was Wednesday, and the vet was actually happy. He said, I feel great about where she is weight-wise because she's maintained her weight from December, which is good. He said, keep doing 2 meals a day. Let's see how she is, and we'll go from there because they have to give her an ultrasound, which means they have to put her under. The next step after that is actually taking a piece of her intestine out and biopsy. And he's like, let's see if we can still get her to gain weight or stay at this weight, whatever. And then on Sunday, she just barfed. I mean, like her entire stomach up. And it was mainly bile, which is frustrating because it's not like she's eating too much and getting sick. It was just nothing. But she's been okay since. She has ate her dinner pretty normal, is only eating a bite of food for breakfast, but it's getting better, I think. And J. Cruz, yes, I have pet insurance. You're back.
Am I unmuted?
Yes. Oh, the mic was red the whole time. I thought it turned red because I muted it.
No. So what were we talking about?
Max and the vet.
Oh, okay. How's she doing?
Well, I was saying how the vet was happy with how she was doing, and then she barfed on Sunday, but she's all right for now.
Oh, good question from Chris. Chris is asking how the coverage is with pet insurance.
So it is good unless cats and dogs have pre-existing conditions on their health insurance as well, which is very annoying. And Max had no stomach, anything gastro covered in the beginning because when I was fostering her, she had diarrhea once. And I had to take her in. It was like for 2 days. I had to take her into the vet, and that went on her record. And when I got pet insurance, they were like, oh, nothing gastro is covered. And I was like, what? But then I found out you can submit, I forget what the form is, but you can submit a form that's like, well, she's been fine for the last 6 months to a year. Here's all her records, so we're good. And I was able to do that and removed it for her. So, but you have to prove that it's okay for 6 months to a year. And I was able to do that, thank God, because none of these things now would be covered for her because it's related to a stomach issue. But I have 2 forms of Nationwide. I have Carolina Max's, which is a higher deductible but covers 90%, or a higher monthly payment but covers 90% once they hit their deductible, which is $250 each. Erica and John cover 70%, but I pay less per month.
Why do they have different plans?
Because they changed the plan by the time I got Erica and John. Like the plan that Max and Caroline have are grandfathered in.
So when Obama signed that executive order that got rid of like pre-existing conditions for insurance companies, he didn't throw in like and cats and dogs.
I guess not.
God damn it. Thanks a lot, Obama.
Martha said, I was going to get pet insurance. What is a good one? I've loved Nationwide, but from what I understand, like when I was searching a few years ago originally, the vet I was going to was like, they're all the same. Honestly, it's like, well, you may have a higher deductible, but they cover more. And it's just based off of what your pet needs, I would look into. But I would ask whatever vet you're going to because Anthony?
Yes?
You froze.
Oh, I did. Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
Huh. I wish I was frozen in a slightly more appealing. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I am back. Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi and it's not the greatest. I think my parents have like the Verizon home Wi-Fi.
Mm.
So like everything is wireless. Although it says right now I'm actually pretty good. I'm at like, well, it's 200 on the download. Let's see the nerd numbers. And if you're a true nerd, you know you go to speedtest.net anytime something is slow. And on the upload, actually, I can't complain. I got great speeds here. The download is 200 megabytes per second, and the upload is around 90. Let's see. 104 megabytes per second on the upload.
Okay. Chris,
Can't
should
complain.
I do a whole stream about pet insurance? It seems like there's a lot of questions. Chris
I
asked,
feel like that's probably a better YouTube video.
if you don't mind, what is the monthly premium? I think it's $17 for 2 of them and $27 for the other 2. It ends up adding up because I have 4 cats. If you have 1 pet,
So you're at $100 a month, a little over $100 a month.
no,
Did you say 27 for?
2 of them and 17.
Okay, so you're going by the pair.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad. Considering if they needed like a
$12
surgery, how much would that cost?
Well, yeah. I mean, their teeth.
That's the whole idea,
Caroline
right?
Max's teeth were like $3,000, and I think I only paid $500.
Yeah. So that's the whole idea, right? You're paying that monthly premium or whatever monthly payment so that when that crap happens.
Yeah. And you're almost doing it as like an investment for when they're older as well, because it gets to a point where things start costing more money, especially with cats and kidney issues and everything. That becomes a thing as they get older, and cats are living to like they're 19 now. So if from age 12 to 19, I'm dealing with all different health issues that are costing me thousands of dollars, all that money I paid years ago into this should help me in that time.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't equal out money-wise, it still helps you in that moment. Does that make sense?
Carla Marie.
Yeah.
When you had insurance through iHeartMedia, did you have pet insurance through iHeartMedia as well?
No, I don't remember that being a thing.
Did you know that Odyssey, which is like the rival company to iHeartMedia, had pet insurance as part of the options?
I mean, jump ship.
Brett said he was paying $100 a month, so that's way more than you're paying, obviously. But that's wild. Also, for the non-radio people, you might start hearing Odyssey be mentioned more often in the news world because they filed bankruptcy recently, which every radio company has done, I think, multiple times. But the person that is getting them out of debt now or reconsolidating their debt is a guy named George Soros.
I'm going to pee while you tell this because it's just
he is taking over, I believe, $400 or $400 million of Odyssey debt.
Damn.
And now what George Soros, if you're not familiar with him, is a name and a billionaire that people on the right will say funds a lot of like leftist or progressive platforms. So I cannot wait to see what weird theories come out of all this. I have no opinion about George Soros one way or the other. I don't know enough about him. I don't care about him. But it's going to be interesting to see how this one story gets kind of manipulated in the cable news world. But yeah, and Odyssey, I mean, they were a company. I know a lot of people that work there that are fantastic. But most radio companies are run at the very top by questionable characters at best who don't make the best business decisions. And Odyssey had been struggling for a long time after they merged with CBS Radio. And this might save the company. It might not. We'll see what happens. Milwaukee Tom said George Soros is the biggest POS. I don't know enough about George Soros to have a strong opinion one way or the other. I just know a lot of people scream about him. But yeah, that'll be interesting. So if you hear that story, if you hear people yelling about Odyssey Radio, because they have like 400 stations around the country, and this guy, George Soros, you now have a little bit of background information about it. There you go, Carla Marie. You're back. Oh, she can't hear me yet. What'd you just do? What did you just do? Kick a dog?
I didn't do anything. Somebody just scared the hell out of me because I didn't know they were in here.
Pierre's in there?
Yeah, wait till you see what he's got going on. Hold on.
See what?
Oh, God, you're so heavy.
It's a heavy dog.
Deadlifting the dog. Look
It's
at
a
his,
dense dog.
look at
Is he wearing a gold chain?
with diamonds.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That's why I want a dog,
You can put it
For the-
down, Max.
for the accessories.
I did not know he was in here, and I heard a sniff. It scared the hell out of me. Okay, go by your mom.
That dog does not, I mean, he's built like a tank, but he still, when you try to pick him up, does not look as heavy as he actually is.
It's also so hard to lift that weight in. Like if that was a dumbbell, I would have been fine.
He's just like he's built out of uranium or something. He's a very dense
I
dog.
think he's 30 pounds, right?
There's no way that dog is just 30 pounds.
We'll have to find.
There's no way. And again, like you said, he doesn't have a handle, so it is a little difficult to carry him. Maybe if they gave him, like,
32
those,
pounds.
get out of here. There's no way. I thought that guy was 50 minimum. Minimum. We need to get him one of those vests that you could like zip on him, and it's got a handle on the back, and then I'll really be able to know. If I could just grab him like a dumbbell, I'll be able to know. I don't believe
Okay.
that he's 32 pounds.
Most Frenchies are 20 to 25 pounds.
Yeah, that's a dense dog, man.
It is such
Very-
like because my niece is what did I tell you she was 26, and it's so much easier holding a baby because you can just put them on your hip. Like it's weird how humans are built so that you can hold them, but
Well, you could put Pierre on your hip.
I do it with Max, I guess. I do put her on my hip.
The last thing I want to get to before we get out of here, and I know we're going to talk about Carnival of Cocktails. So actually, let's do that first, Carla Marie. Carnival of Cocktails,
I mentioned
and then I'll get into Aqua Auntie at the
Okay.
very end.
So Carnival of Cocktails is March 9th here in Seattle. It's a whole day of trying different spirits, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, which is really cool. You can sample different brands. There's little seminars you can take. There's a lot going on. It's a fun way to learn different things that you like or don't like. And we will be there. I think we're going to play 2-second tunes again this year. Are we doing
That's
that?
the goal.
Okay. And tickets are on sale right now, but if you by the end of the month sign up, I'm going to send this link, sign up using our link with all the information that it tells you what to do, you'll get them at a discount rate and a free membership for Seattle Cocktail Club. So that means you get a whole year of events with it. So
That's my favorite part of it is you become a member of Seattle Cocktail Club. So you get that membership,
free.
like Carla Marie said, and you get the discount on Carnival of Cocktails. So it's pretty awesome. So definitely check that out. If you're in the area, we would love to see you, love to hang out with you, love to have a cocktail or two. And it is cool. One of my favorite things really is being able to go around and sample all the different brands and all the different variations from the different brands and finding new alcohols, new spirits, new combinations that you maybe never would have tried before, never would have given a shot. And now it becomes your favorite drink. So,
are we
I do want to pivot. What?
Are we allowed to talk about the I guess I can't whisper it to you because everyone will hear it.
Tell me in Arabic.
Well, in previous years there have been you could buy your favorite alcohol when you leave.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I think they're hopefully doing that.
Just waiting for someone from Seattle Cocktail.
So why don't you just run outside and ask?
Well, they're in the chat.
Well, maybe they're working.
Yes, the bottle shop will return this year. Okay.
Okay.
'Cause last year it didn't exist. So that means you could buy
Wait.
no.
Oh,
You could buy alcohol, I believe it's tax-free. Either way, it's cheaper than going to a store.
there you go. Tax-free purchases. Thank you, Gillywagon.
Okay.
Okay. Aqua Auntie is the last thing we're going to talk about today. And this is very quick, but do you remember when we had Fred Hutch on the show, Carla Marie?
Yes.
So the whole idea of Fred Hutch joining us was beginning of the year, talking about cooking for life and understanding how certain things we add and take away from our diet can help us long term, possibly prevent certain types of cancer, help treat certain types of cancer, or at least assist in the recovery from. But I had no idea that so many people watched this video because I got back to New Jersey on Sunday afternoon, and my mom was on the phone with my Aunt Moral, who's my godmother. And she said, Anthony, I've got to thank you. I was watching that video because I wanted to learn about like how to eat healthier and whatnot. And she said, the thing that actually stuck with me the most wasn't any of the stuff from Fred Hutch, even though I have remembered that. But you had mentioned how everyone always asks you about diet or workout advice, and your go-to response is always, well, are you drinking enough water? Because if you're not going to start there at the easiest base level thing, then why are you worried about all these other tricks and schemes and whatnot? And she said, so what I did was I had my kids download the app, my cousins download the app on her phone and her Apple Watch.
A water app?
A water app, a water tracking app. And she said that she has most days hit her water goal since that.
Awesome.
And I thought that was so cool.
That is really cool.
I didn't even know my aunt knew that we had a Twitch or a YouTube channel. To be honest with you. So it was cool to see that, you know, and she said, the reason I wanted to tell you was so that you know that even if it's just me, that show had a real life impact on a person.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Good job, Anthony.
Bam.
We can't even see him.
What, the arms?
Yeah.
You could kind of, there's really, oh,
oh, wait, are you talking about how you were naked in front of someone and they complimented your body?
I was not naked in front of someone, but so yesterday we had an appointment at Garden State Plaza to get my brother fitted for the suit that he's going to wear for his wedding in October. And then we were trying to figure out, like, they didn't have time to fit myself, my brother, and my dad. So my dad knows a guy who sells tuxedos and suits here in Ridgewood, New Jersey. So we went, tried on some styles and whatnot. And I was explaining to him how my problem with suits is, especially as I've worked out more often, but this has been my whole life, I have a very narrow waist, like a very narrow waist, always have, and pretty wide shoulders. And I keep telling him, like, if I get, usually, even when they're tailored sometimes, if it fits my waist or fits like the middle part of my, lower part of my torso, then normally I can't move my shoulders. But if it fits my shoulders, then it looks like I'm wearing like a refrigerator box. I just look real weird. And he said, yeah, I could tell, like, you're probably in better shape than most people that I fit. So we'll make sure that it's tapered. We'll get you the good materials, like a stretchier material that he just got in.
Cool.
He's like, let me see what suit size you are. Because I guess I'm a 40. I'm between a 40 and a 42. And I don't know what that measures. Maybe width from my shoulder to shoulder. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably also a 40.
So he asked, I had a Roosevelt's flannel on. He said, do you have an undershirt? And I said, no. He goes, okay, well then come into the back so that you're not.
Undershirt. Do boys still wear those?
Like a shirt under my, yeah, I think they do. So he had asked me, he asked me to move to the back so that I could take off my shirt and he could measure me and put on the jacket that I'd be wearing. And this is a guy who I've known my whole life because he's one of my dad's friends. Like, he's in our church community. And I took off my shirt and it was the most complimentary moment probably of my life. But this guy went on for a while. Started asking me questions about what I do in the gym, my protein intake,
is that
other
awkward,
supplements.
Though? You're standing there shirtless and he's just.
It was, but I'll tell you what, I'm never going to buy a suit anywhere else in my whole life. Like, there's zero chance you're going to find me at Nordstrom buying a suit because I've never felt better.
Where do people?
I've never felt better. Let me find the name of his store so I don't mess it up. Because I know him as, like, when I talk to my parents about him, I just know his actual name.
What is it?
Let's
Shout
see.
him out.
Hold on a second. Jesus Christ, Carla Marie.
You're such a bad influencer.
Not that stupid sponsored ads. Where is it? Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't mess up. The guy's name is Robert Ayaz.
I'm gonna fly from Seattle to Jersey just to get a suit. Swoon.
Where the hell? Why won't it come up? Here, I know what I'll search because it's across from the Whole Foods in Ridgewood.
Damn, Ridgewood got a Whole Foods. They fancy.
Oh, we were early on the Whole Foods. Had it for years.
I feel like a Whole Foods is almost too mainstream for Ridgewood. You need a town and country like Seattle.
Where the hell? Why
Anthony,
won't it come up?
Is it fake?
No, I was just there. I gotta get his internet
What is the street?
up there.
What is the street?
It's on Godwin Ave.
God damn it.
It's on Godwin Ave, and it's across from. Let me do street view here. Okay, let's turn around from the Whole
Is it
Foods.
groom and groomsmen suits?
Possibly. It's very possible, Carla
7
Marie.
Godwin Ave, Ridgewood.
Sounds about right. Where the hell is the exit to this
Can
place?
someone tell me how I just found this? When
Because
I say
you're
that Anthony's bad at Google.
you're an internet sleuth. Because I kept getting sponsored ads for like blacktux.com or something.
Wait,
Yeah, if it's
is
on
it Victor's?
Godwin,
It's not Victor?
huh?
He's not Victor?
His name's not Victor. I'll find it and I'll report back on Thursday, which, by the way, Carla
Oh.
Marie will not be here for our Thursday show. But I am working on a special guest.
Oh, wait, so it's not confirmed.
It is not confirmed. I've reached out to a couple people.
I thought that was
Madonna, she was in Seattle. She's going to leave before Thursday, so that's unfortunate. She's not going to be able to join us. Travis Kelce on vacation. But I got feelers out to some mega celebrities.
Well, then Monday, when I'm doing the show, I will not be in Puerto Rico anymore. Should I say where I'm going to be doing the show from?
Oh, you're back already on Monday?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I just said, should I say? Yeah, I think the people should know.
Why don't you announce it when you're there on Monday?
Because,
I think that's what you should do.
no, just where I'm going to be doing the show from.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to be doing the show from Baby Jake's apartment in Miami, Florida.
Is he going to be there? Does he work remote or does he work in an office?
He works in an office, so I'm going to get into his apartment and do the show before I even see him.
Oh, wow.
Apparently,
So you land on Monday.
Monday morning at 8 a.m. I land at 8 a.m. in Miami.
Do you think you're going to make it in time? Like with
3
all the
hours?
luggage and,
Yeah, should
I don't know, and customs from Puerto Rico?
It's true. I gotta get the
You got to hit the duty-free store?
I gotta hit that store. You're right. I don't know. So,
By the way,
yeah,
we are both well aware that Puerto Rico is in America.
it
Just so everyone knows.
I'll be cutting it close, so you may start the show without me, and then maybe
Okay.
I'll join. But yeah, so Monday, I'm gonna be feeling it. So bear with me.
All right. Well, with that information, Carla Marie, you got to get all your stuff packed up for
And?
your trip tomorrow.
And happy birthday, Lenny!
I don't know if I was dancing on beat with everyone. I don't know if there's like a delay between me and Carla Marie.
Looks fine, better than I do. Fred the mailman just said he buys rum from the duty free in Puerto Rico.
So is it available to American? Because like Puerto Ricans are also
Come on.
American citizens.
My sister
no?
can't be right. She has to be wrong. I can't be wrong.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know.
gonna
I
report
don't know how that works.
I'm gonna mess
So normally you can only go to a duty-free shop when you are traveling internationally.
right.
But why don't you find out for us and report back on Monday? No?
Okay, I was waiting to see if Fred said anything.
All right. Well,
Oh,
it is time for us
wait.
to get out of here.
They
What?
do have duty free for Americans in America. Oh my god.
Like I said, Carla Marie, why don't you report back on Monday? Let us know who was right, you or your sister, Ashley Marie. And we'll settle it then.
Oh,
Okay.
but I wonder if it's duty free going into Puerto Rico or leaving Puerto Rico.
No sé, no lo veo.
Okay. All right. How do I hang this thing up?
You just hit stop broadcast. But you could also put the end screen on first.
End screen. Wait.
It's on the stream deck. Peace out.
No, wait. I didn't see it. What's it called? Double web pick.
Probably an X. Nope, that's not it.
End. Bye. Oh, wait.